A later publishing date. We need Felicia's book out there.
Felicia just got me the rewrites, Iris. I haven't had time to go over them till this week.
Well, they're long overdue, if I might say so.
Iris, you know what Felicia's been going through. That's mean-spirited, even of you.
Well, I've had a lot on my mind, too, lately.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I just have to think.
I can't find Paulina anywhere. Have you seen her?
She took off for a few days.
Oh, she's probably gone off to lick her wounds. How nice that she has the luxury to do that.
Well, we had a date to go shopping. I mean, it's just odd she didn't say anything.
Yes.
She left
That's the
Matthew
least
a
she
note.
could have done. Sorry.
She left Matthew a note saying she was gone for a few days. We were not to worry, as though that was possible with Ian Rain out on bail.
Don't tell me she's gone off with Ian Rain. Didn't she learn anything from this fiasco with Jake?
Apparently she and Maggie think he's a good guy. Excuse me.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose a kidnapper is one step up from Jake McKinnon.
Well, Jake, what is it? You've developed a taste for having the door slammed in your face?
Nice move, huh? I don't think you're going to do that after you read this.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to make some calls.
Where are we?
We just landed in Mexico City.
Okay, I'll go with you.
No, you won't. You will stay right here.
What's up? Just because you kissed me a couple of times and I saved your tail once doesn't mean I'm a pushover, you know that?
Believe me, I would never make that mistake.
Good, because I'm warning you, Ian. You mess up me finding out about my father, and I'll tell the authorities about you so fast your head will spin. You got that?
No, Cass, a midwife is nothing like a witch, although the craft is as old and revered. Ooh, no, wrong talk. Modern medicine now accepts midwifery, Cass. Many OBGYNs have a midwife on their staff. And home birth, well, that is as natural and logical an extension. No, this is only logical to
There you are.
You're Harry!
Yes.
Look at you!
You always said you wanted to see me in a beard, so I thought I'd surprise you.
Baby.
How are the two of you?
Oh, dry heaving nicely, thank you.
Oh,
It looks very
poor
good
baby.
with this shade, too.
Good, good.
Yes. Oh, hey, you found out something, didn't you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Cass, that was the whole point of your trip.
The point was to hang Carl, not hurt someone else.
Oh, I don't like the way that sounds.
We may need to bring Ryan in on this.
Well, with any luck, that won't be possible.
Why? Where is he?
Hopefully in the Alps, in Vicky's arms.
Sweetheart. Wake up, honey. Hi. Looks like Mommy dozed off for a little while, huh? So much for sneaking out under the cover of darkness. You hungry? Are you? A little bit. Me too. I'm gonna go see if I can find us some breakfast. What do you say? Okay. Just sit tight. I'll be back in just a few minutes, okay? I love you.
Hi, guys. We need to talk. Guys, hi. Hi. We need to talk a little bit. Well, I want to go with some changes on jam session.
You mean the ones that my mom suggested?
Well, those were minor. These are fundamental.
No, what's wrong with the show? I thought it was doing great.
Well, not that great. Sweeps us soon, then I have to goose the race to raise the revenues, and you two are going to help me.
How are we going to help you?
Well, I had a brainstorm last night, believe it or not.
Tell us about it.
Passion.
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 Wow, it's like in the air or something.
Okay, I'm not getting this. What are we talking about?
Well, in plain English, emotions with a capital E. I want to pull at the audience's heartstrings.
What kind of stories do you want to pull?
Well, some kind of stories, you know, but in-depth stories. Not so polite. I want fireworks on camera.
Matt, I don't think that's me. I mean, whose fuse do you want me to light?
Well, I thought we'd start close to home. You, Dean, and Lorna. What? It would be perfect. Two sisters, very different from each other, both successful, both involved with the same man, superstar Dean Frame.
Oh, well, I like that part with the superstar and the two girls.
The famous sister interviews the driven one.
Wow.
Good idea,
I'm hearing
huh?
fireworks,
Wait a minute.
heartstrings. I am.
So what, you want me to exploit my relationship?
Explore, not exploit. Good luck. Listen, I'm not worried about you, because you're open, you're friendly, audience already loves you. It's Lorna, she's gonna be the problem. She's gonna close up like a clam. Your job is to get inside her head, find out what makes you tick.
You know what you should do to make this whole thing tick a little better? You should incorporate yourself somehow as the ex-lover. Remember that?
Both of you,
The ex-lover.
both of you
from-
stop right now. You guys, Lorna's not gonna go for this. One, she hates the camera. Two, she only gets in front of it to interview someone that she's, you know, her client or something. She's not gonna do this.
I believe that you have the skill to get more out of her, and that's a compliment.
That is a compliment.
It is.
That is a compliment.
It
the
is.
thing is, the two of them are getting along so well lately. You know, you might not want to kind of throw
This
a
is
wrench
a big
into the
idea
work.
here.
She's gonna hate your idea.
I know the gang's all here. What's up, Matt?
Mommy. I heard something. Are you okay? I'm gonna go see if I can find us some food, okay? Can I come? No. You have to stay here because you have to guard our hiding place. It's a very important job, you know. Remember our secret knock? Can you do that for me? Show me the secret knock. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Mommy's gonna go to the barn where the mechanics are, and I'm gonna see if I can find us some food, okay? Okay. You sit tight. I love you so much.
Today, the role of Donna Hudson is being played by Sophia Landon.
I don't understand why you haven't found my daughter, Dr. Bertheim.
It's highly unlikely Mrs. Harrison has gone very far.
Could she somehow have managed to get off the grounds before you closed the gate last night?
Well, where would she go?
Oh, well, that would depend on whether she went freely or, as the senator suggested last night, someone took her.
Grant, you
That's
don't...
not what Dr. Bernheimer meant. It simply occurred to me that someone might have attempted to take Victoria.
Well, and why were the gates shut?
It was the prudent thing to do. We had to contain the search.
But you know how
I
Victoria...
thought you'd have some news by now, Doctor. I think you better call the authorities.
Let me finish checking with my morning shift first. If there's nothing, I'll do as you suggest.
Well, you never stop, do you?
What do you mean, Donna?
If Victoria realized that you'd locked her in here, she would die before she'd let you find her.
You're over-dramatizing things.
Oh, am I?
I'd suggest we find Victoria, not fight over her.
Come quickly, we found something.
What you're telling me is that Kevin's FBI contacts were useless.
They didn't have anything to help me nail Carl. Nothing.
Then what did you find out?
I don't have to tell you what it's like when you start an investigation, do I?
It's like opening Pandora's box.
Exactly. You have a goal in mind, but once you start following leads, talking to people, there's no way to predict where that information is going to take you.
And sometimes those leads take you where you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Well, there's this guy in Washington, D.C., and apparently Carl used to confide in him But the relationship obviously turned sour because the guy was only too happy to speak ill of him.
What did he say?
That Carl used blackmail the way other employers use profit sharing.
How?
He had the goods on everybody who was connected to him. He would use information about affairs, gambling debts, tax records. It was a strong inducement to remain loyal to him.
So you turn on him and your life gets used against you.
You got it.
Did this man have any specifics on anyone in particular?
No, but he told me about this photographer in New York City who might. He had done some work for Carl.
Oh, I bet. 8x10 glossies of people in compromising positions, right?
Yeah, something like that. So,
Tell me I'm not going to be upset.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Oh, maybe we should just go home and hug each other a lot, and then you can finish telling me the story later,
Frankie,
okay?
if you really don't want me to tell you about this, I won't. I didn't want you involved in this in the first place.
Oh, right, because according to the books, I'm supposed to be protected from reality at all costs for my own good. Well, you know what? According to the books aren't always right.
Didn't you just imply that you don't want to know?
But I didn't mean it. If I wasn't pregnant, you would know. I didn't mean it.
This is about something else, isn't it?
What makes you say that?
Possibly connected to whatever it was you were muttering to yourself when I deplaned?
You are much too smart for your own good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just finish your gory tale.
You sure?
Absolutely.
I found this guy in a sleazy loft in a pretty ugly part of the city.
Well, that doesn't sound like Carl at all.
Well, when Carl used him, he was more of an uptown kind of guy. But when Carl brought Lorna to him, it was legit.
This is about Lorna?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, dear.
This guy, well, Lorna was about 17. She was very young. She was obviously naive. And he took some pretty compromising photographs of her.
Oh, no.
And you should have seen him. He was sitting there in his crummy studio, bragging to me about how he seduced her into agreeing.
Oh, does this get worse?
He just told her how beautiful she was and how mature she was and how this was for art's sake.
What happened to the photos?
Carl found out about them. And he used them for a number of years to keep Lorna in line. No wonder she's been acting strangely since he reappeared.
That's done?
Yes.
No, I can't. Do you have to tell Kevin?
I hate it, but he has to know about this, yeah? Listen, I've got to get over to Rachel's. Will you come with me?
Sure. Yeah.
This makes me sick, too.
It is just so awful that she was so alone in the world that she fell prey to cruel people like that. I mean, could you imagine something like that happening to our child?
It'll never happen to our child.
It should never happen to anyone's child.
I agree.
This is outrageous, Jake, and you're insane.
Like that demented old fox.
Let me see this. Oh, do you really think that the board is going to go along with that proposal?
Your stockholders are not going to be very happy with their profit and loss statement for August.
We made money.
Small profits almost cost you this company. You're not going to get a second chance. Now, trust me, the wolves are at the door.
No doubt you're referring to yourself.
That's cute, Iris, but it's going to bounce right off me. I am not afraid anymore. You want to know why?
Jake, I don't care why.
What's the matter, Iris? Losing your teeth?
Oh, you arrogant little
Save it. Save it. It's not worth it.
Ladies, 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 I smell fear. And you know what fear makes people do? Makes them make mistakes.
Sort of like you did with Paulina?
I'm only trying to help, Rachel. If you would present this to the board, it would make you look good because it will make this company money.
And what's it going to do for you?
Well, maybe it'll show Paulina that I'm not such a bad guy.
Oh, I have this feeling that Paulina won't go along with your assessment of yourself. Not when she finds out that you want to lay off 16% of the people on our workforce.
But isn't that one of your selling points, Jake? Being one of the poor little people crushed by the big bad Corys?
Well, sometimes, Iris, you have to do unpopular things for the larger good.
Boy, sometimes you make my skin crawl.
Mom, can I talk to you for a minute?
Gladly.
All right. Why don't you let me talk to him, okay? Maybe I can find out what this is really about.
Be my guest. Just don't let Iris get involved. She's in a really bad mood. Must have something to do with Hank.
Okay, yeah. Just give me a few minutes with him, okay?
And don't tell him about Paulina. The last thing we need is for him to go off after Paulina.
You know, this plan of yours is delusional as you thinking that you could make things work with Paulina.
Well, it's no weirder than the combo of you and your current squeeze. At least I wear a suit to work.
Okay, time out. Jake, why don't you and I go out and get some air?
Yeah, you're right. It's getting stuffy in here.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
What?
Looks as though Ian Rain has jumped bail. In fact, he may have left the area entirely.
Well, I'm not surprised. Paulina can certainly pick them, can't she?
What's that?
It's called MAP. Say after me, MAP. M-A-P, MAP.
Wow, a sense of humor. Who'd have known?
Listen, the pilot might have been stupid enough to let you stay on board, but I have not agreed to anything.
Well, that's pretty cocky coming from an escaped felon who just jumped bail and left the US of A, isn't it?
You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Well, I'm not afraid.
Well, you should be, because this is not a club-made holiday.
Well, I know that, Ian.
Really?
What's that for?
Just in case.
In case of what?
In case of any snake bites, I have to cut them open and suck out the venom.
Oh, Ian, people don't really do that.
I do.
Well, we won't have to be worrying about that, will we? Because we're just going to a bank to open a vault.
Listen, we don't know whether this is going to be the end or the beginning. We might have to go into the jungle.
What, you mean like swinging vines and Tarzan?
No, like snakes that can kill you within 3 seconds. You better take a look at this.
So, we through trying to scare me now?
Well, I don't have much of a choice, do I?
You got that right. Because I'm not leaving till we find out what those 3 keys lead to and what my father had to do with it.
Then you had better pack and repack your parachute.
Parachute?
You didn't think San Cristobal had an airfield.
You're kidding me, right?
Why would I be kidding?
Rodriguez put you up to this, right?
As in Victor?
As in sore loser, as in try to get even Rodriguez,
What are you talking?
right?
What is she talking about? What?
You mean this wasn't his idea?
No.
And whose stupid idea was it?
It was my stupid idea.
You, the boy wonder of television, and your best shot is getting an interview with the Queen of Mean?
Queen, it's interesting that you view yourself like that. Could you write that
Can
down,
we
Jenna?
get
Write that
real
down.
here
Queen
for
of
a
Mean.
second? People don't want to see me. They want to see my clients.
You're a very interesting woman. Just look at you.
What am I going to talk about, Matt? Wardrobe?
How about image? How about image? Yours.
Okay, this could be interesting. Let's see. Ms. Devon, did you find Lycra, or did Lycra find you? Do you have something personal against natural fibers, or do you just like to annoy conservative people?
No,
How would that
I don't
be?
think that's what Matt had in mind. He had something sexier in mind.
Sexier, okay. How about we explore the fact that my mother is recovering from alcoholism and what that might mean about my ability to remain in a stable, loving relationship?
Yeah, he would.
I think you're crazy. I also think you're sadistic.
I'm serious about this.
I don't see how you could be, Matt.
He is. He's serious.
It is one thing for me to do a piece on Dean. It is a completely different story. For me to be talking about myself on national
Yeah,
TV.
I've been done. Dean, once I'm done, it's over now.
Nothing personal.
Hey, I'm not taking it personal. You want to walk on my ego? It suits your purpose. Go
it's
ahead.
just that, you know, Lorna's the
I
one forging new
understand.
territory.
Forging new territory.
Yeah.
I think you've all been watching too many reruns of Star Trek.
Why don't you just listen to him?
Why don't you listen to me? Listen, you're very successful in a male-dominated society. You do it with style. Don't you think women out there want to know about that? Don't you think they want to know?
Shush!
What?
Do I look like a political statement to you? No, I am an image maker. I do images for my clients, not for myself, and I resent the fact that you're trying to put the squeeze on me.
Didn't you have some overnight ratings that you wanted to go over?
Oh, that's right. That's a good idea. You girls take 5, all right?
Yeah, we'll go look at the ratings.
You girls, take 5?
All right,
Is
listen.
he for real?
Would you take it easy? He's really psyched about using you.
I don't want to be used. And what about you? How do you feel about all of this?
Well, honestly, I was fearing what you might do to the set when this idea came to you.
At last, someone who understands me. Thank
Maybe
you.
too well. So, you want to tell me what's going on with you?
What do you mean?
It's your face. I can see something's wrong. Did someone upset you?
Matt's upset me, Dean has upset me, and now you have upset me. Really. The thought of me spilling my guts out to millions of television viewers makes my hair turn blonde.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, I don't know, something happened last night?
Oh, I don't see how it could have. I had Mr. Macho Rodriguez camped out in my doorway all night long.
Oh, really? Well, he wouldn't do that unless he had a very good reason, right?
Your mother is a piece of work.
My mother is a great lady, and she tries to be very fair.
Not to me.
Well, maybe because you never given her reason
You know
to
something? If this is gonna be a lecture, you could save your voice, all right?
This doesn't have to be a battle, Jake.
Who's trying to fight? I made a proposal, a damn good proposal.
No. You came here for Paulina, and you're going about it all wrong.
Oh, and you're gonna tell me the right way to go about it. You with the successful love life, right?
Why do you have to act like this? It's just mean.
No, telling me I don't know what I'm doing is mean. Patronizing me is mean. Thinking... Yesterday, Paulina was defending Ian. I mean, the guy is a kidnapper and a thief. Who knows what else? She feels sorry for him. I can see it in his eyes. I mean, what is going on in the world?
You're not gonna get her back. You pushed her too far, Jake. Come on, you
Shut
tried
up.
to destroy...
Shut up! I know that's what you think, but I don't care what it looks like, because Paulina and I will never be finished. She loves me as much as I love her, whether she wants to or not.
He just walked? You sure?
Well, Mr. Rain didn't show up for his deposition this morning. The police are checking into it, but they haven't come up with anything yet.
Oh, well, whoever posted the bail must be deliriously happy.
Yes, well, I was wondering if you'd heard from him.
Me? There's no reason on earth he'd contact me.
What about Maggie? Paulina?
Those girls lost their silly heads over him, but I don't think either of them would be that stupid.
I don't think he could have contacted Maggie. She's at the hospital today, doing her community service.
She's very lucky she didn't end up in jail.
What about Paulina?
She's away for a few days.
Would she have told him where?
Why? Why would she?
Oh, hi, you
Hello,
too. You're
Cass.
back. Nice to see you. Hey,
Nice
look
to see
at
you, too. Yeah, just a lark. So, was your trip successful?
We need to talk. Would you excuse us, please?
What is that about?
I'd prefer Cass tell you.
Did Ryan find Vicky?
Well, I don't understand. What does this have to do with my daughter?
This cap and Mrs. Harrison's gown were found hidden in a stairwell.
Well, that's odd.
There's more. Apparently, a housekeeper discovered a nurse's uniform missing from her cart yesterday.
And? What? You think my daughter took it?
I can't think of another reason, can you?
And this is the extent of your findings?
Yes?
Well, it's not much to go on, is it, Doctor?
Enough for me to question your concern that your wife may have been kidnapped.
Grant, you told me that wasn't true.
I'm sorry, Donna. I didn't find it necessary to worry you.
I don't think you need concern yourself with that. It's highly unlikely kidnappers would need a nurse's uniform to spirit Mrs. Harrison away. I believe your wife probably left on her own.
And why would she do that?
Perhaps you can tell us that, Senator.
My wife is missing. By your own admission, she couldn't have gotten far because of the medication she's taken.
That's true.
Then where is she? How much competence can it take to find a dazed woman and a small child?
You trying to imply we are not doing our best to find her?
I'm saying that you have failed miserably, and your feeble attempt to lay blame at my feet won't work. You really think I would knowingly withhold information that would help find my wife?
I didn't mean to imply.
But you did imply, and I don't see any reason to argue the point. I'll contact the local authorities.
My son-in-law's very upset. He doesn't mean what he's saying.
Stay out of it, Donna.
Just knowing Rain's out there gives me the creeps. I mean, I don't trust him to stay away from Paulina. He hasn't been here, has he?
No, but you shouldn't worry about that.
Well, you say that. You don't know Paulina. She's got the biggest heart in the world. I mean, she's an easy mark.
What are you saying?
Rain made her feel sorry for him with that cock and bull story about avenging his father's death. She ate it up. She'll help him again.
She wouldn't do that.
How can you be so sure?
Just damn.
You're hiding something. What the hell is going on, Amanda?
I was with her when the first envelope came. She wouldn't let me see what was inside, but I could tell she was blown away.
I don't blame her finding out that Carl was not only alive, but still blackmailing
The
him.
thing is, I knew about the photos.
You did?
Yes, back in the beginning of our relationship, she started to open up a little bit. She told me about that. I never saw them, of course, but... When Carl started up again, it was too late for us. She lied to me, wouldn't tell me what was going on.
It couldn't have been that easy for her.
I know, but Cass, I loved her. She could have trusted me. But that was always the problem. Lorna doesn't let anyone in.
I don't think this is enough to go after Carl, unless Lorna is willing to testify that he blackmailed her. But even then...
I know, but still, I have to talk to her after I leave here.
You know where I am if you need me.
Thanks, Cass. Rachel, I need to speak to Maggie when she gets home. If Ian Rain has jumped bail, he might have tried to contact her without your knowledge.
Wait a minute, Ian Rain jumped bail?
We don't know that for sure.
You're not sure? You didn't have the guy under surveillance?
We can't watch everybody.
What are you, stupid, Kevin, or you just don't care?
I care a lot,
Then you must be stupid because you let a kidnapper escape through your incompetent assistant DA
I don't
hands.
have to justify myself to you.
You'll do a lot more than that if Paulina's here. Where is she? She didn't go with him, did she?
Nobody knows.
Something. This is your fault, all of you.
You want to check this for me?
It's good to me.
This is my life we're talking about. Do you think you could give it a little more attention, please?
It should work.
Should?
Well, look, I tell you what, I'll jump out first, and I'll make sure I keep my eye on you. If your chute doesn't open, I'll try and catch you.
I was wrong before. You have no sense of humor.
It's a pity I can't catch either. Roll it out, and I'll help you do it.
Thank you.
Flatten it out. Now roll it in.
You think we'll get to San Cristobal soon?
Soon. I better check my chute.
Good idea.
You hungry?
You better believe it.
Good. Because there's a great Mexican restaurant across the tarmac on the way to town. Estelita makes the best pico de gallo in the world.
Really? You go there often?
Whenever I get to Mexico City.
Sounds like you've been here a lot.
Listen, Paulina, my search didn't start with you. I've been looking for answers for a long time.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Are you gonna go and get some food or not?
And leave you alone here on the plane?
Look, the way you rolled that up, I could trust you with anything.
Oh, I just bet you could. But I can't trust you, pal. I'm not gonna give you the chance to take off without me, burrito or no burrito.
You wound me. I thought we were over that.
If I'm wrong, I apologize. But just in case, I'm staying right here.
Fine.
Good. Okay, now what?
Just checking that my cholera and yellow fever shots are in order.
Tropical diseases?
Very rampant in Central America. But, of course, you know that.
Of course.
Do you have your inoculation card with you?
No.
Well, you do have your shots, don't you? Well, obviously, you're not too concerned, but you're tougher than I am.
Well, it's not like you can't enter the country without them, right?
No, right.
Well, then they can't be that dangerous.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you steer clear of the water and make sure you don't eat anything, make sure the mosquitoes don't bite you, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Sure.
Yeah, and if you do get the fever and we're close enough to a hospital, you have absolutely nothing to worry about.
How close to hospital do we have to be?
Oh, pretty close, if you want to survive. You know, when the fever comes on, you get the nausea and the hot and cold sweaty stomach. But you know, there's a little clinic across the road that would be more than happy to inoculate you for only a few pesos.
Don't you even think about taking off without me. You got it?
Mike? to go. I'm gonna miss you, Paulina.
Good, huh?
The place hasn't changed much, has it?
Hasn't changed much. Vic, I'm sorry that you got caught in the middle again.
Seem to be spending a lot of time there lately.
Why'd you come after me?
Because you saved my life. I thought it was time to return the favor.
It's okay.
Okay. I just have to see his face.
You will. Promise, but you have to try and calm down. Do you think you can do that?
Will you help me?
I'll be here every step of the way. There's Mom.
Baby!
It's okay.
Thank you for bringing him back to me.
All it took was just a little logical thinking, that's all.
Yeah, well, I will never, ever, ever doubt that. Annoying and miserable. Wonderful logic ever again. Thank you.
More? Okay. You know what we're gonna do next? The laundry truck is gonna be coming by soon. We're gonna hide in the towels. You see, I think that Grant had the front gate closed. So, even though he's trying to make the game harder for us, we're gonna show him, aren't we? Aren't we?
What on earth are you doing here?
It's an absolute miracle that I actually found you. Why didn't you tell me where you were? I've been worried sick about you.
Well, Grant said it was just
Whatever
better
Grant said is a lie, Donna.
Okay, I can't take this anymore. You two are tearing my daughter
Look,
apart.
Grant is the one that is doing that. He brought her up here to keep her away from me.
Oh,
Donna.
we came to this clinic because it was the best place for Victoria's recovery.
Well, then why did he need to keep it a secret?
Grant just thought it would be better for Victoria.
Grant isn't thinking anymore. He is operating on pure emotion. Look, Donna, Vicky already tried to get in touch with me once, and Grant cut her off. And then I got this absolutely absurd Dear John fax from her.
Oh, well, how do you know that she didn't mean it?
If she meant it, then she would have said that to my face. She wouldn't have used some damn machine, Donna.
I don't know what to think anymore. You just can't stay here, though. Grant will be furious.
Not if you don't tell him that I'm here.
What?
In Canada, I told Grant that I was going to fight to get Vicky back. Donna, this was his response. Now, if you tell him that I am here, then he's just going to take her someplace else. I've got to see her, Donna. Tell me where she is. Please.
She's disappeared.
Here, sweetheart. Underneath.
You find something?
Is Pauline in danger?
Do you have any idea where she might be?
No, absolutely none, and that's what worries me.
Well, believe me, we're going to do everything possible to get him. Now, I want you to let me know instantly if either Paulina or Ian tries to contact you.
I will.
Thank you. Frankie, do you know where Ryan is?
He took off a few days for personal business. Why?
Well, I'm surprised. He was pretty hot to get, Ian.
He is, but everybody gets sidetracked now and then.
I guess so. I'll be in touch.
Let me see you out, Kevin. You know, I can hardly believe that you and Jake are brothers. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Whew, well, I don't think Kevin would be thrilled to know that Ryan's in Switzerland.
What's he doing there?
Tracking down Vicky.
God, he's like a dog with a bone. And why do you say that, Amanda?
Grant tries so hard.
Well, maybe he does, but none of us is in the position to judge what's best for Vicky, are we?
Now, when did they find this gown?
This morning.
What about the nurse's uniform?
It was taken yesterday.
When was Vicky last seen?
A nurse saw her and Stephen in the corridor last night.
How did she seem? Was she disoriented? Anything?
I don't know. Lord, I assume that if the nurse would have stopped her if she'd noticed anything wrong.
All right, and that was the last time that anyone saw Vicky.
Yes. Grant is afraid she's been kidnapped again.
That's not possible, Donna. Think about it, okay? A nurse's uniform was stolen. Lists were made. A passport and money were obtained. All by Vicky. Vicky is doing this because she wants to escape. Now, Grant just can't admit that to himself right now.
I am sick of this insane competition between you and your brother over Victoria. I want Victoria and Stephen found, Ryan, and I want them safe.
Donna, it's not a game. It's not a competition. I am going to find them. But you have to promise me that you won't tell Grant that I'm here.
Oh, no, I don't want to be a part of this.
Look, Donna, now Vicky left because she wants to. She is trying to escape from that man. Now, if you tell him that I'm here, then you will be betraying her.
What'd you find?
Thought I heard something, but it must have been the wind.
It's doubtful at this point she's still on the hospital grounds. Look, I want you to hire a helicopter and have them scour the entire area from the main building as far as the foothills.
She's more likely to have gone to town.
It's difficult to see at night. I just hope they didn't wander anywhere near an open crevasse.
Are we still winning?
I don't know. Give me this. Thank you so much. Come on. Come on. Grab that bag. Okay. Do you think you can still get in the laundry truck? Because it's almost full. And then we are out of here. Come on.
Between Felicia and Victor, I am ODing on concern here. I don't need you to start with me. Now I'm fine, really.
You sure?
Yes. Felicia's just weirding out. I think she's getting guilty over her lack of motherhood, and I think that she's infecting Victor.
Listen, I want to ask you something. What do you think of that AA-sponsored Judy?
I think it's Felicia's recovery. It's her problem.
Sounds so good when you say that.
I know.
Oy.
Why do we always walk on eggshells when she's around,
Are
right?
you telling me?
Hi, guys. Now that you've had a little time to think about it, what do you say?
I say no. Cameras make me nervous. We don't get along.
Well, it'll make you unnervous. It'll relax you. Trust me.
Matt, look.
What?
It's a camera.
Yeah.
It focuses on you. It sees right through you, right to where you breathe.
It's a camera.
I don't care. No,
Hello,
I'm not
everybody.
interested.
Are you
Hi,
sure?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to speak with Lorna.
You know, I think I better go over to D&M. Maybe I can get
Oh.
Maggie to try to finally get that new light shine.
Good, I'll work.
Now with you.
I'll see you later, okay? Bye, Kevin.
Bye.
What do you want? I have got Felicia, I have got Jenna, and I have got Victor playing hero at my expense.
This
and I
has
don't
nothing to
appreciate
do
it.
with heroics.
What?
Lorna, why didn't you trust me enough to tell me about the photos that Carl has on you?
My body, my life. Let it go, Kevin.
No. Lorna! I've seen them. Carl is going to pay.
Yes. Yes, Stephanie. What's up? I was up all night looking for Victoria. Ryan is in Switzerland? Damn him.
here.
Have you seen this guy?
I'm not sure.
I am running short of people and time, all right? You are my last shot. Now, how much is it gonna take for you to be sure?
What do you mean we can't get clearance? Well, how long is it gonna take?
There was a cargo plane to Mexico last night. I think this guy was helping load it.
Great. Was she with him?
Thank you so much for holding the plane. You are such a sweetie. If I had missed it, I don't know what my poor sick mother would have done. Oh, thank you for the flower. Hey, you look green. Heat getting to you? I feel great, and you were right about those shots. No point in worrying about some little bugs when we got more important things to do. Right, old buddy? So, what's the holdup?
Yeah, I wouldn't forget a woman like that. Last night she was asking about flights to Central America.
All right. When's your next flight to Mexico?
Tomorrow on Days of Our Lives, John and Kristen share a steamy night of passion. But could Kristen's secret shatter any hopes of a relationship for these two star-crossed lovers? Find out tomorrow on Days of Our Lives, only on NBC Daytime.
Afternoons sizzle on Channel 4 with Days of Our Lives at 2. Then Pat and Vanna spin the Wheel of Fortune at 3, followed by Jeopardy at 3:30. At 4, it's everyone's favorite talk show host, Oprah. And at 5, don't miss the evening's first newscast. The news seen at 5 with Dimitri Akaladimos and Bill Hall. It's all on the channel for news.
Hey, Brian, Kitty, what a difference today.